This is a 1994 Honda Civic EG Coupe, EJ1, whatever you want to call it. Last week, I reviewed a regular bone stock version of this exact car. And today, we have a heavily modified one. We've got a lot done to it. Coilovers, wheels, B18 swap, LSD transmission. What do you have done to it exactly, Jesus?
Everything from top to bottom, dude. Every bushing, every bolt, everything has been replaced in it. It's got rear disc conversion on it. The motor is semi-built ahead. I'm gonna send the block out to get rebuilt this winter. Other than that, pretty much nothing in it. It's from it.
And then you said a dyno at 211 at the wheels?
Yeah, 211 at the wheels.
211 at the wheels, B18 from a GSR?
Yeah, GSR.
And then, what transmission?
Spec. It's an, what is it, an Ace 80 LSD.
Okay.
GSR trans.
Let me just say, like coming from, I drove the stock one earlier today, did the review on the stock one the same day actually. This is going to be uploaded a week after that one. And I'll have a link to it if you guys want to watch a comparison from stock to this, etc., whatever. This is this car needs to be just for one reason alone, and we're gonna get it straight right here, and you guys are gonna figure out why. that's why. So, power band of this car, it still has some decent low end, but once you crack into VTEC, oh, it's a rocket ship. It leaves everything in the dust. And by everything, I mean you Mustang guys. Yeah, you heard me. Fuck you. Guys, just kidding, I love you guys. It's really linear. It's really fun to take all the way up to redline. The noises, when it hits, it goes from sedate 4-cylinder to a screaming built race car. And it's so fun. That alone is just enough reason to get this car and drive a car like this. Let alone the lightweight chassis and the suspension Jesus has put on it, really stiffened it up, brought it to the ground, made it quick to steer, quick to get around corners. It's phenomenal to drive. You get the car loaded up into a corner, get onto the gas, and then with the LSD, there's no inside wheel spinning, it starts to pull you through that corner. It's just, the whole combination is an amazing car. Just like the last review, we're going to do a little 0 to 60, and then I'm going to post the time in text underneath. So we're going to do that in the same exact spot, actually. Alright, let's do this. 60. We got it, 60. So in the last video I talked about how easy it is to obtain, like modify the car, how accessible everything is, and here's what you get when you take advantage of all that. This, like, how hard was it doing the swap and everything?
Nothing. One day.
One day, there you go. It's
swap
like
everything out.
It's like Legos, they just click them in place.
Oh yeah.
This one does have an Armstrong steering rack, so you have to work out a little bit, get around corners. No AC because race car. But other than that, I'm kind of a power steering. I like having power steering personally.
I don't know, I feel like power steering kind of like does everything for you.
Yeah, that's true. Driving the stock one, it was kind of mushy. So there's an advantage to the no power steering other than horsepower. The car, you get a lot more feedback from the road. With the power steering in this car, it kind of makes the wheel feel less responsive, and it doesn't feel as, you don't get as much feedback as a driver. That makes up for it.
Taking that belt off of the power steering, I don't know if it really matters or not, like what power difference it gives you. I just like the feeling of the steering wheel, that's the problem. Yeah, I took it off.
It's not the guy like, oh, I made a whole 5 horsepower.
Yeah, no, I took it off because I like the feeling of the steering wheel.
I just want to say one thing, Hondas get a lot of hate, and it's really because of the owners. And Jesus isn't one of those typical owners, but we all know the guy I'm talking about. You know, the snapback cat sideways, techno disco music, Fast and Furious replica. Want to be Fast and Furious, like the XXR of Fast and Furious. We hate that guy. We hate that guy. But it's okay, because those guys have now moved on to Subarus. So, those guys that have grudges for Honda, give them a shot. A car like this will really, it'll win your heart over. This is too fun to hate on. If you care about having fun in a car, then you'll like this car. If you just want to swing your dick, you might not like this car, but hey, that's the truth. But the Honda scene is a good time to be right now. Go in there, because all of that is left finally. They've all been phased out, and the true enthusiasts have stuck around. Yeah, let's talk about that. So, Jesus had this exact car in white, actually, and this last winter it got rear-ended. So he found this chassis from an old lady, an old owner. Was she the original owner?
She original owner, one owner. She actually bought it here in Logan, and then she moved down to Ogden, and that's where she's lived the rest of her. When she's 67, she said.
Yeah, and he went and just took everything from the white one, exactly the same parts, and put it into this awesome chassis.
And I actually finished this one a little bit better. I didn't have the rear disc conversion on this one, so I did all that. I replaced the bushes on the rear suspension, which I didn't have on the white one yet, and I rebuilt the rack and pinion on this one, and looped the whole system and everything.
Yeah. No, this is awesome compared to when I drove your white one. But I'm left without words. This car is just awesome. I can't really find anything I don't like about it. And I do believe this car has high potential for a front-wheel drive coupe. And it's just an exhilarating drive. And I know one day I'm going to build my own Honda. I know that. And this is pretty much how I build it. With a B-Series engine, LSD transmission, good suspension. Pretty much this is how I do it. This is how in my mind, is a perfect Honda. I'm pretty sure Jesus is happy with it, right?
Oh yeah, dude, I love this thing.
And this is just a great car. And that's what the cool thing about Hondas is you can build them however you want, except for rear-wheel drive. Except we won't talk about that. But otherwise, for a front-wheel drive coupe, you can build them however you want. Boost them, supercharged, turbocharged, NA, LSD, no LSD, whatever, VTEC, no engine at all, whatever you want. And that's what's great about these cars. And this car right here that Jesus has built really demonstrate that, and it's an awesome car. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want to watch my review of a stock one, click the link somewhere and check that out as well. Thanks for watching.